Yo, what is up, guys? Hope you're doing well. I just thought while I'm in the middle of doing the Cutty Sark build, thought I'd show you this, do a little unboxing, give you my views on this. So, as you can see here, it's HMS Victory. Beautiful ship. And, no, you can't really see it, but that's basically what the box art is. So this is going to be kind of like a little review type of thing. God, don't you hate the bag? It makes so much noise. So, let's start off with the main important bit. The hull. Now, I have to say, so this model I think is about a foot long, I think, roughly. And I have to say, the detail on it is lovely. Obviously, it is an old moulding. I believe this moulding is from 1965, I think. And I have to say, for an old moulding, I mean, alright, you've got little bits in here, but you don't see them, that gets covered up. Got a little bit there. And then you got sort of like little bits there. But as I said, that's all inside. You don't see that. You put the whole together, you paint it. This is what's important. All this outside bit. Now, I never actually built a sailing ship before. Cutty Sark's the first one. I actually bought this before that one, but I'm using the Cutty Sark to sort of train myself for when I come up to this. So this is the hull, really nicely detailed. Just move my light a little bit. Can't really see much. But yeah, lovely bit of detail. So I'll put that off to one side. Now, obviously, with this, like with the Cutty Sark and I believe all Airfix sailing ships, they all come with like a rigging tool. So obviously, because I've already showed you one, don't really need to show you the other one. This is the other side of the hull. Again, lovely detailed. Up on the back, it doesn't have all them spots on it, but you do have it up on the front. And then you got some down there. But as I said before, it's inside. You don't see it. This is what's important. And like I said, it is lovely. Yes, there is a little bit of clean up to do, but it's an old moulding. What do you expect? So let's move on to some of the more exciting bits of it. So, like before, rigging tool. This is how it comes. So obviously you break it off there and then you put it together and start at Z, blah 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 blah, all of that. Obviously with these are handy to have. If you're doing rigging, I believe you can also use these for the wooden ships. Not too sure. Hopefully someone will tell me. Just a little bit that fell off. I believe this is the back of the deck. Also, you've got little marks on it. Little bit of clean up to do. That's part of the stand. You got two bits that will go in here, which are these two bits. So, but like I said, it is an old kit. these are usually, here you go, just under there. Airfix products, 1965, right on the stand. And obviously it is copyright. This is lovely. Also, what I've noticed with the old kits is a lot of the parts have actually got the part numbers on the actual parts themselves, which I think is lovely. And then of course here's some of the parts. Again, for an old moulding, this is actually really nice, nicely detailed and everything. And then of course we've got the actual deck. Now this one is actually a little bit more extensive than the case arc. And that, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but looks like it would sit there. Yeah, I'm completely wrong. No, I don't know, it kind of looks like it would sit there. But yeah, really nicely detailed. There's the nameplate, which will go up on the stand. You've got that bit which would sit along the back. And obviously you've got all here. You've got where the mast poles would go. Let's get this bit. These are this is the string or the thread for your rigging. The same as in the case arc. There are a couple years between the mouldings for this and the case arc, but they both have new tooling, so these are technically like rebranded. Oh, and another thing, I got myself some liquid superglue. I saw on a forum the liquid superglue, so when you're doing the, I think it's called the shrouds, the bit that goes up the side that sort of looks checkered, apparently this actually helps with it, so hopefully that would work out really well. There you go, some more parts. This is one of the parts that will sit on the side. Again, looks like there's a fair bit of clean up on it. Needled on some of these parts, but that's not really bothering. That doesn't really bother me at all. Oh, this is going to be awkward to get out. It's actually connected. So this is another thing you're going to have to deal with as well. Some of the bits are actually connected. So we've got some of the cannon barrels, I believe. And then we've got, I think these are actually what the cannons sit on. Oh, here's the cannons, my bad. I think these actually sit up on the deck. And then these ones are actually in the hole itself. And then we've got some of the doors, or well, the flaps. And then we've got a few other bits. I think that'll be the swivel gun. Got some of the rowboats. And then another part of the deck. And then there's the other side. And then we come on to how to build the masts. So these are actually really, I haven't built these before. Because obviously I'm going through the build with the case arc and I haven't got to this stage yet on that one. Then we just got a few other pieces in the bag, like stairs, the other side for that, and then the back. And then, God, I hate getting these out. I can never do it. And then we've actually got the masts, which are all labelled. So you got like E, K, G, J, and all that. These ones you have to cut out, and then you can glue them on. And that kind of gives you the effect that it's setting up full mast. I think that's what it's called. And then of course we have the instructions, which, so these numbers in the circle is the part number. Then this number, just there you can see that 10, that's the colour that they go. So this deck would go colour 71, and the part number for it is 21. And then number 4 would go number 10, well, colour 10, which would be service brown. 71 is like a yellow finish. 71 I think is an oak stain. 33 is a matte black, and that's sort of the colours that you'll have on it. So again, kind of goes into a bit more detail. So there is a fair bit of detail to do on this. I mean, this is step 11 and we haven't even finished the hull yet. There's the decal sheet, which I believe is stickers. I don't know. I guess I'll find out when it comes around to painting it. That's the sheet that they say to do, but I went by what's actually on the website and got colours from the website. Obviously the black that I've got isn't a matte, it's a gloss, but I personally think the gloss actually comes out a lot better. So the colours that it says on here is copper, which is for this piece here. Then you've got gold, which I'm not really sure where that would go. I'm going to guess that would go, I don't know. Gloss red, which you can already see is on some of the doors. Matte black, which would be all your black pieces. And matte pale yellow, which would be sort of for your masts. Then going back to here, so now you're onto the mast poles. So actually step 11, I believe it was, yeah, is your last of the hull. So that's 11 hull steps, and I mean there's a lot to do in them steps. Then you go onto the mast poles, and then you go to attaching them, and then telling you how you can do the cannons, which I think I'll probably have them all out, so it gives it that effect that it's on, that I've gone into a battle when it needs all the guns out. And then you get onto the rigging, and this is the bit that I was telling you about. So this is your sheet, and so by this, so C1 will calculate to something on here. So the stand position, which is your tooling, needs to be for position C, you need to start at Z. And in total, there is 35 horizontal threads and 34 threads going across. And then for vertical threads, there's 11, and it gives you all the positions that you have to put that thread into. Then it kind of does all the same all over again. And then you get around to this, and this kind of shows you where your flags should be, your pieces here. So So yeah, it goes into a fair bit of detail. And this would be sort of the last bit of the rigging. And I personally don't know how to do rigging. I don't know if you put the masts on, then you do all the rigging around it. Or you do the rigging, then you put the masts on over the top of it. And then obviously the last bit is to go on there. Now, bit of history. I believe this ship was used in the Battle of Trafalgar. And obviously there's a little bit of history for you there. So I'll just... So it was captained by Captain Nelson. Earned undying fame at the Battle of Trafalgar when the combined fleet of France and Spain was defeated. This ship was then rebuilt and is now sitting in dry dock. So you can actually go out and look at this ship, same as what you can with the Cutty Sark. They are still around, they are in dry dock. But yeah, I just thought I'd do like a little unboxing for you, show you a little bit of it. And if you're actually wanting to get one, then you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. For an old moulding, it is beautiful. And I can't wait to start this. This, as I said, is happening straight after the Cutty Sark. And this is, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Well, I'll give you my little review. I'd say, well worth it. If you want to build a ship and you like the Victory, or you want to build a ship, I'd say this. As you can see here, it's a 1/180 scale. Lovely ship, lovely moulding. Moulding's from 1965, as I said. New tooling is lovely. And I can't wait to bring this build to the channel. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Slap that subscribe button so you can watch, so you can see this get built. If you like the video, smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next Cutty Sark video. Peace.